Right now, animals apparently set free after some after-hours vandalism at an area zoo. The latest on the search for suspect and the animal escapees.
Can both sides see beyond the political problem at hand and admit that we have a life preservation problem on our hands?
Plus, actor Uvalde native Matthew McConaughey among those offering passionate pleas in Washington to do something about gun violence in America. And the man accused of murdering a retired Juneau County judge has taken off life support. How his final days unfolded. It's all ahead right now on News 3 Now at 10.
You never really think it's going to be real, even though you discuss it as a safety issue or a drill maybe.
Those are the frantic thoughts of a zookeeper in South Central Wisconsin tonight after a strange case played out throughout the day. In Baraboo, they are searching for someone who broke into the Ochsner Park Zoo, but they didn't just cut locks and cause some damage. The culprits took the animals the zoo cares for. Brad Hamilton went there today. Brad?
Yes, Eric, these guys, a pair of otters named Mitch and Mo, are back home tonight under a close watch at the Baraboo Zoo. They disappeared after that break-in, and right now, there are other animals that are still missing.
It was difficult for me to wrap my head around it right away because it's just not what you expect to find.
Ellen Gallagher's day started in panic mode this morning.
Hi, bears.
The head zookeeper of the Ochsner Park Zoo came in to find her doors wide open, and worse yet, 4 animals missing.
I've been working as a zookeeper for 15 years, and this has never happened to me before, so it's not a common occurrence.
2 otters and 2 great horned owls were gone. Baraboo police shared this information on their Facebook page at around 8:30 this morning, and the post was quickly shared more than 1,000 times. Investigators believe that whoever broke in wanted to free these animals, but Gallagher says that these animals cannot survive on their own in the wild.
Letting an animal be free seems like it could be a good idea, but really what it could have done is sign their death certificate.
Late this afternoon,
it is a happy ending to a very bad start of a day.
Some good breaking news. 2 kayakers spotted these missing otters in a nearby river and called them in.
We first needed to know where they were, so we are so grateful that people had their eyes out.
But early this evening, both owls were nowhere to be found. Gallagher says that the zoo is doing the best they can to search for them, but she fears that if they're not found soon, a different kind of panic will set in.
Ours don't know how to hunt, so what probably will end up happening is that if they are roosting in the area, the longer they go without food, the more weak they're going to get, and they may come down to the ground.
If you do happen to see these owls, do not try to capture them yourself. Instead, please call Baraboo Police or zoo staff.
All right, Brad, thank you. Next at 10, a live look at tonight's Madison Common Council meeting. Among the many topics on the agenda, they're taking up a proposal to keep Metro Transit services for certain Southside neighborhoods. Now, the initial plan called for cutting part of Route 13, but an amendment to keep service cleared one of its last hurdles in a meeting last night. The city planning team that led the process is feeling good about the outcome. Now, the agenda lists the transit route vote as item number 128, so we do have to wait a while for that one. Let's get a look at our certified most accurate forecast now. Here is meteorologist Dana Fulton out on the patio. A nice night, Dana.
It really is. It turned out to be a really sunny afternoon for us. Things still dry out here on the patio, but that's going to change as we look ahead to the next few hours. In fact, we're already starting to see some light drizzle creep in to the very western edge of Grant County. Some light showers associated with a line of storms moving through parts of Iowa. Little lightning earlier closer to Waterloo in Iowa, but it looks like just rain for us building into Grant County and Crawford counties over the next about an hour and a half. This is some good news because we are still abnormally dry for the start of June. Over the last few weeks, we've really chipped away at that drought deficit, but still just a little bit dry, and to have a little more rain come through will help keep that cleared up or get that cleared up for us. High temperatures today in the mid to upper 70s, a very seasonable afternoon, but tomorrow will be a little cooler outside. With that cloud coverage in the morning, temperatures will stay in the 50s. Afternoon highs only landing in the upper 60s. I would keep the umbrella on hand for tomorrow, but it doesn't look like you're going to need it every day for the rest of the work week. We'll take a closer look at the rain chances in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. A major update tonight to a story we've been following since last week. The man who allegedly shot shot and killed. A retired Juneau County judge has now died himself. The Wisconsin Department of Justice confirming over the weekend that 56-year-old Douglas Uday shot and killed Judge John Romer inside Romer's home in New Lisbon Friday morning. Uday was found in the basement of the home with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Now, he was transported to the hospital. Officials say he was declared legally brain dead roughly a day after the shooting. His body remained on life support until today, so his organs could be donated. Judge Romer was one of several government officials listed by Uday as potential targets for future attacks. Governor Tony Evers of Wisconsin, Governor Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan, and Senator Mitch McConnell also on the list, according to law enforcement sources. A 42-year-old woman in custody facing potential homicide charges after a fatal crash this morning on Mineral Point Road. Officers on the scene said the victim was a male in his early 30s. They say he was riding his bicycle when he was hit by the vehicle. The female driver facing tentative charges of homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. The crash happened just as Madison is kicking off Bike Week, and Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway addressed the incident during a press conference today and reiterated the city's efforts to make roads safer for bicyclists.
We are planning on seeking federal funds to support even more projects that will help us improve our streets with respect to their safety for all modes of transportation.
Mayor Rhodes Conway says Madison, one of just 5 cities in the U.S. recognized as a platinum biking community, and touted the dozens of projects that the city has completed to help bicyclists over the recent years. There are several events planned this week. You can find them on our website, channel3000.com. A new poll shows the partisan gap getting smaller when it comes to stricter gun laws. The USA Today Ipsos poll taken over the weekend found half of Republicans now support tightening federal gun restrictions. That's an increase from just 35% a year ago. The survey comes in the wake of numerous mass shootings in the U.S. this year. And it was a day full of emotion in Washington. The Biden administration brought in actor Matthew McConaughey to highlight the need for new gun control legislation. And speaking to a Senate committee, the son of a victim in the Buffalo supermarket shooting asked Congress to act on behalf of his mother. Skylar Henry reports.
Matthew McConaughey delivered a personal plea for gun control legislation at the White House Tuesday.
Uvalde, Texas is where I was born.
The actor and gun owner hopes his presence will pressure Congress to take action.
Responsible gun owners are fed up with the Second Amendment being abused and hijacked by some deranged individuals.
McConaughey visited his hometown following last month's school shooting. He brought to Washington horrific details of that day, like the shoes of 10-year-old Maite Rodriguez.
These are the same green Converse on her feet that turned out to be the only clear evidence that could identify her after the shooting. How about that?
Over on Capitol Hill, senators heard from Garnell Whitfield Jr., whose mother Ruth was killed in the racist massacre at a Buffalo supermarket.
My mother's life mattered, and your actions here today will tell us how much it matters to you.
A bipartisan group of lawmakers is hoping to reach an agreement this week on legislation that could include expanded background checks, incentives for red flag laws, and a greater investment in mental health.
Every day we get closer to an agreement.
Some Republicans have pushed back on other measures, including raising the age to buy semi-automatic rifles from 18 to 21.
I think it's just different people have different ideas, and, you know, this is a big, diverse country.
On Wednesday, a House panel will hear from Mia Cerrillo, a 4th grader at Robb Elementary who smeared her classmates' blood on herself to appear dead. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And the Department of Homeland Security issued a new warning that certain online forums are encouraging copycat attacks similar to those in Buffalo and Uvalde. It also warns that certain events like the upcoming election and the Supreme Court possibly overturning Roe v. Wade may be catalysts for violence. President Biden signed 9 bipartisan bills into law today to improve health care for veterans. One of them expands access to breast cancer screenings. Another extends compensation to veterans who developed cancer and other conditions from the World War II-era nuclear program. The signing ceremony comes with pressure on Capitol Hill to also pass legislation to help an estimated 3.5 million veterans exposed to toxins in more recent conflicts. Well, check this out. New video tonight. More than 100 passengers rescued after the Spirit of Norfolk caught fire in Virginia this afternoon. The small cruise ship offers dinner cruises, private group events. A cruise spokesperson says all of those on board were loaded onto another boat and brought back to shore. There were no injuries. A small airplane came just a few feet from crashing into a home. This was in California's Inland Empire today. Happened just before 10 a.m. in Hemet. The airplane appears to have hit a cement block fence just behind a house. No one in the home was hurt. The pilot survived the crash. That pilot reportedly suffered some burns and was able to walk away from the wreckage. More local news now. Survivors of sexual abuse in the Wisconsin Catholic Church gathering at the Capitol today to give their report card on Attorney General Josh Kaul's statewide clergy abuse investigation. 1 year ago today, the Wisconsin Catholic bishops publicly refused to cooperate with the investigation. Today, survivors and advocates spoke up to say they are still waiting for the investigation to start. The United States wins a legal battle to seize a Russian-owned super yacht in Fiji. They wasted no time taking command of the $325 million vessel, sailing it from the South Pacific nation. The court ruling represented a significant victory for the U.S. as it encounters some obstacles in its attempts to seize the assets of Russian oligarchs around the world. While those efforts are welcomed by many who oppose the war in Ukraine, some actions have tested the limits of American jurisdiction abroad. And in eastern Ukraine, a top official says Russia is sending more troops to capture a key city. The governor of the Luhansk region says Ukrainian forces are having more trouble keeping the Russians out. Chris Livesay is in Odessa, a major seaport where a food crisis is coming to a head.
Wheat fields reduced to battlefields, with those brave enough to work the land, risking their lives so that others can eat. Ukraine provides wheat and corn to some of the neediest countries globally. That's all cut to a trickle by Russia's invasion by land and its blockade by sea.
The Kremlin is using food supplies as a stealth missile against developing countries.
The best way to beat it? Advanced missile systems, like those en route from the United States, to create safe passage for shipping in the Black Sea, says Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. I only believe that as soon as we get these systems, it will be the most powerful guarantee, he says. But it's not only Russian ships to worry about. It's also mines, mostly Russian, but Ukrainian too. There for protection, says Captain Natalia Homeniuk. The danger of a Russian amphibious assault on Odessa is still very real, she says. Russia is also framing Ukraine, she says, blocking the passage of food shipments today, but with Ukrainian mines Russia captured when it annexed Crimea in 2014. As fears mount of a worsening global food crisis, France has urged finding a so-called off-ramp for Vladimir Putin's disastrous war, one that would avoid humiliating the Russian president.
What do you say to that?
It's impossible for Putin to humiliate himself or his country more than he already has. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has called Russia's food blockade nothing short of blackmail, accusing them of pilfering the grain and then selling it themselves for their own profit. We've spoken to farmers here on the ground. They tell us it's not just their grain that's being stolen, it's also their equipment like tractors. Chris Livesay, CBS News, Odessa, Ukraine.
Still ahead at 10, data's full forecast, including an update on tomorrow's chances for rain. Plus, Cowboys doing what Cowboys do. Some incredible video from Oklahoma City when we come back.
Get the Planet Fitness Black Card, our most popular membership. With 2,000 plus locations, bring a friend every time you visit.
I love friends.
And relaxing massage chairs. Feel fit-tacular with the PF Black Card for zero enrollment, $24.99 a month. Deal ends June 15th.
Some people think it's really hard to find things to do in Nebraska. Lucky for you, we invent things to do. Like when we realized a livestock tank would float and thought, hey, it's a boat. And soon, tanking became our preferred mode of river travel. Might not get everyone's pulse racing like a jackhammer, but if it sounds good to you, welcome aboard. Nebraska. Honestly, it's not for everyone.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit. Don't wait a moment longer to reveal the new you.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
It's Wow Wednesdays at Hy-Vee. This Wednesday, fresh ground beef, only $2.49 a pound when you buy a 10-pound roll. Brew Pub Pizza, only $3.99. Whole seedless watermelon, only $4.99 each. And Hy-Vee apple juice, only 99 cents. Wednesday only. For more ways to save on hundreds of items every day at Hy-Vee, check out our monthly catalog, our weekly ad, and scan the QR code to visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
Get the Planet Fitness Black Card, our most popular membership with 2,000 plus locations. Bring a friend every time you visit.
I love friends.
And relaxing massage chairs. Feel Fit-tacular with the PF Black Card for zero enrollment, $24.99 a month. Deal ends June 15th.
Shopping local is a great way to help businesses thrive where you live. Tomorrow is 608 Day, and we're finding hot deals that'll make it worth your while.
And could the next rain chance impact your morning commute? I'm tracking the showers tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Drivers who use Vilas Park Drive along Lake Wingra and Vilas Park by the zoo and the beach there, you'll need to find an alternate route next week. The road will be closed starting 7 a.m. Monday until about 4:30 Friday afternoon for construction. Crews will be making changes to the road to allow for a new traffic pattern there. That includes two-way traffic in what is now currently a one-way street. Governor Evers today announcing $35 million in funding for 40 infrastructure projects around the state. Now, that money comes from the federal bipartisan infrastructure law. Several of those projects are in our viewing area, and we have a list of those projects at channel3000.com. A recall notice tonight. Goodyear recalling more than 170,000 truck and RV tires. And these are some old tires. They were made between 1996 and 2003. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says it found the G159 tires had a high rate of failure on RVs compared to similar tires. Those who do have them should get a free replacement at a Goodyear retail center. The company giving a $500 refund for tires not installed on a vehicle. New tonight, Americans are swiping their credit cards more. Consumer credit surged by $38 billion in April. And while it's not quite as high as the $47 billion jump in March, still shows people are putting more items on credit. Total revolving credit now for Americans stands at $1.1 trillion. That breaks a record set just before the pandemic. A new study found schools in the U.S. are not likely to use more costly COVID prevention strategies. Only about 30% of schools used HEPA filters to clean the air in classrooms and cafeterias over the past year. That's according to a new government survey of COVID-19 prevention efforts in K through 12 schools. That study published today in the CDC's Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report. Instead of becoming better tippers during the pandemic, it seems most people are tipping less. According to a new survey from creditcards.com, the number of people who say they always tip their server at a restaurant has gone down by 4% since 2019. At the same time, the number of people who say they always tip their rideshare or taxi drivers has dropped by 6%. And tips for food delivery people also down by 6%. Well, check this out. Only a cowboy could be up to this task. A contractor from the Oklahoma National Stockyards Pinback Crew says he got a call this morning that a cow was on the loose on the highway. So he saddled up, took the reins here on his horse in the middle of morning traffic, and he put his lassoing skills to the test, wrangling the cow safely here. It's unclear exactly how the cow got onto the highway. There, check this out. Let's see how he does here. Oh, okay. Looks like he got him right there. Not clear how that cow got onto that highway in the first place. I don't know if I'm going to load him onto the FedEx truck or not. Rain coming after a beautiful Tuesday. Dana's here. So how much rain are we talking about?
It's going to be a little bit of a soggy start to the morning. So plan ahead. I know you've got to take out a dog. I've got two. It's going to be one of those wet morning walks, I think. Especially your early morning commute. I would plan ahead for that, possibly taking just a smidge longer. Usually when we see the steadier showers come through right around the morning commute, things slow down, especially along the Beltline. sunshine. Tomorrow's going to be a bit cooler outside with rainy skies for the morning. A few showers possible in the afternoon, but mainly a morning event for our Wednesday. Sunny skies return for Thursday, so that on again, off again pattern for the rain. As we look ahead to the weekend, sunshine and warmer temperatures. In fact, next week, high temperatures expected to climb quite a bit for us. Things generally pretty dry today thanks to some high pressure. We did see a few light isolated showers for Rock and Greene County, very quick small showers for us. The center of our next system still a bit off to the west, but as it drags east, we're going to be at the very northern edge of it. And we'll have those showers and storms passing through and really building in over the next few hours. Right now, the rain's starting to enter in the edge of Grant County. You can see, though, off to the west right now, they're dealing with quite a line of severe weather stretching through parts of Nebraska, Kansas, and southwestern Iowa. For tomorrow, we're just looking at showers and thunderstorms. South of us, there's the possibility for some stronger thunderstorms stretching from St. Louis to Cincinnati, but we're just really focusing more on the rain, mostly because it's going to be a bit cooler outside. Our skies steadily becoming mostly cloudy, scattered showers and thunderstorms for early in the day on Wednesday. This again, right during the morning commute, so it could be a bit slower outside. Visibility could be reduced just a bit with that steady rainfall. Temperatures will be in the mid-50s, and then afternoon highs expected to climb up to the upper 60s in the afternoon. Our skies will clear late in the evening, becoming mostly clear overnight, and that leads us into sunshine for Thursday. High temperatures on Thursday will be in the mid-70s for us. So Thursday should be pretty comfortable before we transition back to rain on Friday. Overall rainfall totals right about an inch of accumulation. So again, some of those storms could bring some heavier rainfall at times, and this is something that's really going to bring at least a few raindrops to everywhere throughout southern Wisconsin. High temperatures tomorrow in the upper 60s. Scattered showers and thunderstorms expected. Mostly cloudy skies through the day with a little bit of clearing expected later in the evening. Sunshine for Thursday. Highs on Thursday in the mid-70s. Low 70s on Friday with rain building back in. And then Saturday and Sunday should be mostly dry for this weekend. High temperatures will be in the mid-70s. Looking ahead to next week, gets a little warmer outside. We'll climb up into the mid to low 80s for afternoon highs by the middle of the week.
And coming up in sports, Team USA is skating with ease again. How a big first period pushed them past Finland. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I don't think it's here for the burger. This summer, prime rib is the star. Bite into the new Primal Angus Stick Burger at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion in theaters June 10th.
At Menards, we've got everything. Supplies, tools, power, accessories, and all the extras to get you ready. Ready for fun, ready for friends, and ready for family. Get ready for summer with Menards. This pellet grill with digital temperature control is $349.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Ain't too proud to play. The Grammy-winning songs. The Tony-winning movies. Ain't Too Proud. The life and times of the Temptations. At Overture Center, June 14th through 19th. Tickets at overture.org.
Hey everybody, who's coming to the big show? It's Fed Aid, Saturday, June 11th at Ho Chunk Gaming and Casino in Wisconsin Dells. An all-day outdoor event. Come out for classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles during the day and stay for the concert at night. Featuring country superstar Trace Atkins, Runaway Jew, the Mascot Theory, and Bev Killian. All benefiting Heat and Housing for Heroes. Visit VetAidWI.com for details and to purchase tickets for Trace Atkins.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of industry-leading Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing offers from your local Cub Cadet dealer today. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
When President Trump called for a southern border wall, I didn't just agree. I built him a prototype.
Tim Michels, endorsed by President Trump.
Now, instead of building the wall, Joe Biden's rolling out the red carpet for illegal immigrants. Totally, completely, utterly incompetent.
Conservative Tim Michels, endorsed by President Trump.
For illegals, no driver's license, no benefits, no tuition. There's nothing racist about enforcing our laws. And when I'm governor, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Need to know what the traffic is like before you hit the road? Get the Channel 3000 app now, and I'll tell you where the trouble spots are and how to get around them.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
Traffic is horrible.
Great. Time for another one of these.
Bite into the new Primal Burrito or Biscuit with prime rib at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion in theaters June 10th.
The Packers kicked off their 3-day mandatory minicamp today, and true to his word, Aaron Rodgers was in attendance, which is a relief because I don't know how much more QB offseason drama this state can take. More good news from number 12. He says he's definitely retiring as a Packer. When he'll call it a career, well, that's TBD. But right now, his head coach is excited that his quarterback is in the building and building that chemistry with the young Packer receivers.
I would say most of them have grown up watching him for a really long time, and for them to go out there and be in a huddle with him and be on the same field as him, I think that's a pretty exciting time for all those young guys. The more these guys can get around each other, the more they can learn each other, the quicker they can start to develop that chemistry that's so important, that we know is so important in determining our success on the field.
Thanks to some stellar play by the future Badgers, the United States skated by Sweden with ease in their Women's World Championship opener. The Badger trio combined for 3 goals and 5 assists in last night's 6-1 win. Tonight they were back on the ice to take on Finland, and it was another nice first period for Layla Edwards. The UW commit cashes in on the power play to put U.S. up 1-0. Then check out Tessa Janicki. Played youth hockey in Monroe, will play college at Penn State. She dangles and then flips it in backhand to make it 2-0. USA would go on to win 5-0 the final. Sun Prairie Baseball brought their total of state championships to 9 last season after they won it all at Fox City Stadium. This year, the goal since day one, get back and go back-to-back. To return to state, they'll have to get past Waunakee in their sectional final. Warriors won the only meeting between the two. First inning, though, Cards already threatening. 2 on for Isaac Wendler. Flies out to center field, but Jackson Hunley tags and scores. Part of a 2-run inning for Sun Prairie. They'd never look back. Cardinals head back to state with a 9-1 win. Joining Sun Prairie at state, Milton, who's going for the first time in school history, Jefferson, who advanced to state for the 8th time, and Cuba City, who's headed to state for the first time since 1955. The tournament begins Tuesday in Grand Chute. Brewers looking to snap their 3-game losing streak, taking on the Phillies, and here's something you don't see every day. Josh Hader blowing a lead. His streak of 40 consecutive scoreless appearances comes to an end after giving up not 1 but 2 home runs. Brewers fall 3-2 the final. And congratulations to the Edgewood boys golf team. The Crusaders won their 5th straight Division II team championship today. Parkview's Trey Oswald was the individual title winner in Division III after finishing up runner-up last season. We're back after this.
It's a short drive to big adventure at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium in the Port of Dubuque. General admission gets you access to all exhibits for 2 consecutive days. Plan your adventure at rivermuseum.com.
It's like I'm downloading in slow motion. Wish we had better internet.
Charlie! That's right, it's me, Charlie. Wish specialist for Spectrum. Let's get that wish granted.
How?
Spectrum Internet delivers speeds of 200 megabits for a stronger connection on all your devices. Here, yeah, and here. Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep your kids safe online.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
Why do we need all these remotes? I wish our shows were in one place.
Spectrum TV makes it easy to find your favorites. Plus, you'll have access to over 85,000 titles. on demand. And with the free Spectrum TV app, you can watch live sports, news, and more on any device, anywhere.
Get Spectrum TV for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
I wish we didn't have a contract. Granted.
Oh, he's good. Switch to Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-768-4999.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Right now at the Century House, purchase any Fjords furniture and receive up to 20% off. All models, all sizes, all colors. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
Get the Planet Fitness Black Card, our most popular membership for zero enrollment and only $24.99 a month. With access to 2,000+ locations, bring a friend every time you visit.
I love friends.
And relaxing massage chairs.
That makes me so happy.
The PF Black Card is your ticket to all the perks. Look at that glow.
It's all natural.
It's this place, I tell you. So get glowing and feel fit-tacular for zero enrollment and only $24.99 a month. Deal ends Wednesday, June 15th.
Everything's so expensive, it's stretching our family thin. It never used to be like this. It's tougher on us to make ends meet because America's too dependent on China, and Ron Johnson's making it worse. He voted against cracking down on China with tougher trade deals and voted for tax breaks to corporations shipping jobs overseas, and even refused to punish China when it manipulates its currency. And Ron Johnson even defended shipping American jobs overseas. Senator Johnson, stop making it easier on China and tougher on us.
It's time to get up close and personal with nature while getting hands-on with science. Make plans to visit the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium in the Port of Dubuque, Iowa, for new exhibits, new films, and new experiences.
Sponsored by RG Heating and Air Conditioning, installing train equipment and servicing all brands. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, start taking a closer look at your quarters. This year, the U.S. Mint releasing a collection of quarters featuring trailblazing American women. The latest one is that of Wilma Mankiller, the first woman elected principal chief of the Cherokee Nation and the first woman to lead a major Native American nation in the U.S. The U.S. Mint has already started shipping these quarters out for circulation. Well, let's go to Dana. One final check of the forecast.
We're losing the sunshine. We're going to have a little bit of rain, but my good news for you, too. It does get a little warmer next week. I know we're getting some summer in for the middle of the week. Showers expected for your Wednesday with some thunderstorms early in the day. Sunshine on Thursday. Showers again on Friday. Dry for this weekend in the mid-70s Saturday and Sunday. And by next week, high temperatures will be in the middle 80s.
Can we stay that way for a little bit this time?
Yeah, I'm not going to be around.
I don't want one of those deals where summer was on a Tuesday.
I like a little roller.
Have a great night, folks. Thanks for joining us.